now you got Boots Ennis who's in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know.
Man, great. Bud always been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying? Solid.
You think there's anything left for him, Coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight going
I
to
wouldn't
160.
do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, Blake Islam. He looked at excellent.
Is there anybody
the most from
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, Coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160, possibly going. Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight? You think
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying, and the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
Stay away from it. And by the way, there's this brother coming up, Molly. His name is Boots Ennis. This brother's special. You don't want to go in the ring against after that beating. Molly, it was so bad. I swear to y'all, I am not exaggerating.
Terence Crawford has stunned the boxing world yet again. Fresh off the most monumental victory of his career, defeating Canelo Alvarez and becoming the first fighter ever to claim undisputed titles in 3 separate weight divisions, Crawford appeared in a live interview and finally said something fans had been hoping to hear for years.
Said about fighting not being there spiritually, mentally. You think that might have affected Canelo, or that was just a skill difference was too wide?
You know, I do think he was a little mentally tired. He's been at that level for a long time.
Right.
He's fought 11 fights in 4 years. That's a lot.
Timing was perfect for Crawford.
Yeah.
He said it himself at the press conference. He said timing was everything. Perfect timing, everything.
That's right.
His whole career was on timing.
He was mentally tired, but you got to give Crawford his credit, man. To keep your mind that mentally fresh and sharp and go out there and perform like that, that's a win itself. Mm-hmm. Not even just beating your opponent. For your mind to be that fresh, come fight that.
It's a reason.
How are you feeling to be Chris Eubank's trainer, first of all?
It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been this trainer before, so
yeah, it's good.
It's a no-brainer.
Of course, congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely that. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Do what he at this point now in his career where he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't. Canelo's not my responsibility.
He's open to fighting Jaron Ennis. Yes, that same fighter many believe is one of the most feared young champions in the sport. Now the man many already consider one of the greatest ever may be preparing to face the division's most dangerous rising star. This matchup could represent a passing of the torch, a collision between 2 generations, or perhaps the night Crawford proves once again that nobody can touch him. First, though, we need to understand how Crawford reached this moment, because what he did against Canelo completely shook the sport.
Bud got a 160. I think Bud should do what he want to do. Are you going to the Crawford parade on Saturday? I believe I am going. Yes, I believe that I am going. I have to look at my schedule and stuff.
Leading up to the fight, critics doubted everything. Crawford had built his legacy at 135, 140, and 147 pounds. Many believed stepping in against a naturally bigger fighter like Canelo at 168 pounds would simply be too much. Instead of struggling, Crawford delivered a masterclass. Over 12 rounds he controlled the action, outthinking and outmaneuvering Canelo to earn a clear decision victory.
Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so.
Yeah.
Honestly. But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
greatest of all time, or
Greatest of all time.
yeah?
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely won.
That result didn't just add another belt to Crawford's collection. It gave him the undisputed championship at 168 and strengthened his claim as the pound-for-pound best fighter alive today. In the eyes of many fans and analysts, the debate about who sits at the top of the sport suddenly ended.
Also fight. Terence never let Canelo get into a rhythm. Terence never allowed Canelo to get anything going, and I didn't think he could do it for 12 rounds. I thought that the first 3 or 4 rounds were going to be difficult for Canelo for that reason, but Terence was able to do it for 12 rounds, and in the later part of the fight, he kind of pushed the fight more than I think people expected, which is the mark of a super.
And once the celebration faded, a new conversation began. People weren't just asking if Crawford was great anymore. They were wondering whether he might belong in the discussion for the greatest fighter ever. But when a boxer reaches that level, a target automatically appears on his back.
Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to
That's where Jaron Ennis enters the picture. Known as Boots, Ennis has been linked to Crawford's name for years. He remains undefeated with an impressive record filled with knockouts. Many fighters in the welterweight division have quietly avoided him because of how dangerous he looks in the ring. At only 27 years old, Boots is right in the middle of his prime.
People compare Ennis with Crawford, but Ennis always says he's got a completely different style, and the only similarity is they both switch. Do you agree with that?
I 100% agree with that. Me personally, I think that Terence Crawford boxes a hell of a lot more in the moment, phenomenal fighter in the moment. And I think Ennis is a lot more of a chess player.
Fans have constantly imagined what would happen if Crawford, the master strategist, faced Ennis, the explosive young contender. For a long time, that idea lived only in debates and predictions. But now, it's closer to reality than ever. Boots himself has expressed interest in making the fight happen.
The Terence Bud Crawford fight. I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering them questions, you know. And if a fight happened, it happened. You know, I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
After his victory over Canelo, Crawford appeared on a live broadcast and was asked directly about Ennis. Instead of brushing off the idea, he admitted he would consider the matchup. That single comment sent the boxing community into a frenzy. The reason? Crawford doesn't need this fight. He could retire right now with an undefeated record and leave the sport as a legend. Yet he's still discussing a challenge that many fighters would avoid entirely.
The fight that everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Do you respect him as like when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so.
I understand it, but don't lie or kept to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said they called and we said we never heard nothing else back about it. So
right.
I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But don't be capping on the net, acting like this.
That attitude is part of why fans respect him so much. Crawford has never been afraid of the fights people warn him about. Time and time again, he's chosen opponents that others might consider too risky.
Like watching now.
Terence Crawford, one of my favorites to watch now. I love Terence Crawford, and I like to watch NUA too. NUA can fight. And you know who else I like to watch though? I like to watch Boots.
Oh, okay.
Boots, I love watching Boots. Boots got game. People don't understand Boots got game. You know what I'm saying? Boots, every now and then he messes on defense a little bit, but Boots got game.
Boots versus Terence Crawford.
Now, Boots hasn't proven himself enough to tell me for me to say that he gonna beat Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford is a different kind of animal.
Proven.
You feel me? Proven stud. You understand where I'm coming from? But Boots, if anybody could be Bud in the future, it would probably be a Boots, because Boots got enough.
The next big question is simple. Where would this fight take place in terms of weight? Ennis currently holds a welterweight championship at 147 pounds. Crawford, however, has already moved beyond that division. He's competed at 154 and even shocked the world by fighting successfully at 168. Dropping all the way back to welterweight seems unlikely. A more realistic scenario would be 154 pounds, or possibly even 160. Ennis has the size to move up, while Crawford at this stage of his career likely prefers avoiding extreme weight cuts.
I'm trying to tell you, 154, man, it's mine. 154 is mine, and they're gonna see, you know, and they're gonna see, you know, just stay tuned. And like I said, when I handle business October 11th, we're gonna see.
At those higher divisions, the dynamics of the fight become fascinating. Crawford may give up some speed as the weight increases, but his technical skill remains elite. Ennis, on the other hand, is still physically developing and brings tremendous power with him.
A lot has been made about your sparring session with Boots Ennis. How did that happen? What happened?
I cannot say much, but he called us and say if he can go and sparring with me and everything. I say, of course, right? A fighter like me, we always want great sparrings because there is the thing, right? And I have history with the family because 14 years ago, his older brother helped me for Sugar Shane Motley and Alfonso Gomez. So it's Derek Ennis. So he helped me. So he was 14 years old at that time, by the way. And it was good, very good. And I'm very grateful with him because he made that time to go. And
there's also an unexpected connection between the two fighters. During preparations for the Crawford versus Canelo fight, Ennis reportedly spent time sparring in Canelo's training camp.
Here, Key. You ready?
Man? Yeah, of course, baby. Going this way?
Yeah, man. You know, it's a fight you ain't gonna want to miss, man. One time back. I told you the comeback 2025 is the key.
What do you think about Ennis joining Canelo for the Crawford camp?
Hey, good stuff.
You think that matters?
That's beautiful.
Anywhere.
That's beautiful, man. You know, when you.
It's a good move.
That's world class. That's, you know, I mean, it's the best switch hitter he can get. That's not his opponent, you know. It's champions working with champions, you know. In the modern day and age, man, you don't get that a lot, you know. It reminds me back when I was supposed to fight Malta with Maidana, and I got Sean Porter for sparring.
Thank you, boss. You're the best.
You know, so I like it.
In other words, Boots helped prepare Canelo's team for the challenge of facing Crawford. Yet even with that preparation, Canelo still came up short. That creates an interesting storyline. Ennis has first-hand knowledge of the strategies used to analyze Crawford, while Crawford already defeated the fighter Ennis was helping train.
He's not me.
Yeah.
You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities and, you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me, you know, and I'm not him, so.
Yeah. Tim had said comparison that like he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, like once again, like he's not me. You know, he's trying to get to where I'm at. You know, he's where he at, I'm where I'm at. You know, he got a long way.
Because of that history, this potential bout carries more emotion than a typical matchup. For Ennis, it could represent redemption. For Crawford, it might be an opportunity to prove that even those studying him closely still can't solve the puzzle. Analysts across the sport are already debating what Crawford should do next. Some voices like Max Kellerman believe he should continue fighting because he's shown he can compete against anyone. Others, including promoter Eddie Hearn, suggest he should retire now while undefeated.
Crawford retire? Do you know what? Someone said the other day, and it's very true because I actually said it about Usyk. We've got a real tendency, haven't we, to kind of try and retire people off. Do you know what I mean? Like I said with Usyk, I think now he should retire. And everyone's like, why do you want him to retire? It's like, I just think it's a great way to go out. I actually also think that Crawford could move down and win a world title at 160. And that would make him, what, 6 division champ? 5, 35, 40, 47, 54, 6 division champion. But the problem is Terence Crawford now is really only going to want to fight for big money. And there's only certain fights that can generate that kind of money. So Shakur, he was obviously very close to him, seemed to say, yeah.
Meanwhile, fighters like Ennis are pushing for the opportunity to face him. Experts argue Crawford has nothing left to prove, but fans are fascinated by the idea of a seasoned champion taking on the next generation.
Trainer, do you feel like he should just sell off into the sunset after this monumental
Well,
win?
you know what? He made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? Got 2-3 more in him. You know what I'm saying? Train camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge if you want to challenge yourself. Yeah.
Stylistically, the matchup would be electric. Crawford is one of boxing's most intelligent switch hitters. He can fight comfortably in both orthodox and southpaw stances, adjusting to opponents as the fight unfolds and often dominating the later rounds.
To give Crawford like trouble in there if they were ever to fight?
I think that would be a great fight. You know, the young hungry lion versus the legend. That would be a hell of a fight. Maybe 160. If it's a vacant title at 160, I think that they can make that happen for sure. I think it just has to make sense for both parties. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think if there's a vacant belt, Crawford's gonna want to be 6th division champion, and then he'll make Ennis move up to 160. I think they could do it at 160.
Ennis brings a completely different type of energy. He's explosive, creative, and incredibly athletic. His punches arrive from unexpected angles, and he carries real knockout power in either hand. Crawford's biggest advantages would be experience, ring intelligence, and composure under pressure. Ennis would rely on youth, speed, and relentless aggression.
Personally, I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terence fight again. The way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way? Who you gonna fight? I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today, somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight and 2 weight classes since the Madrimov fight, my last fight. This is the perfect send-off, Roy.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Without a question.
Want to fight Canelo? Would you ever entertain a fight with the Mexican monster, David Benavidez? What you want, Canelo? What you want, Canelo?
You gotta understand, like.
But I gotta ask you, bro, because I can't, you know.
My thing is, Benavidez is a big dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not to say I won't fight him. I fought his brother. You know what I mean? His brother was big when I fought him. But, you know what I mean? Benavidez is a big dude. The only reason why I entertain Canelo is because he's not a big dude. Like, he might be thick, you know what I mean? But he's not a big dude. You know what I mean? Like, Benavidez is like 6 foot something. You know what I mean? Then he gonna come in 190, 200 probably. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, that's a big dude. Like, you know what I mean?
And he's skilled, man.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I might as well go to heavyweight if I fight Benavidez.
Yeah. So what you're saying is like, because I thought that at one point when Volkanovski was champion, I had retired. You know, I had retired, and I was like, dude, the only fight that I would really want to come back for is to fight a dude. I'm 5'4". This dude's fucking 5'6", and he's pound for pound. Right. So it's like, I understand what you're looking at. You're like, you know what?
You just size them up.
Yeah.
You just size them up, especially when you going into a bigger weight class like that. You know what I mean? You size them up and you see, you know, your advantages and his advantages. You know, I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. You know, he might got the size, the power. You know, I feel like, you know, I got the better skills, boxing skills.
One question continues to hover over the conversation: Crawford's age. At 38 years old, many fighters are already retired or far past their prime. But Crawford has never looked like a typical veteran. He remains disciplined, focused, and just defeated one of boxing's biggest stars. Still, time eventually catches everyone. If Ennis hopes to defeat Crawford, this might be his best opportunity.
Just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, you know, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy, and Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, you know, that he's still very much in his order. Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight, and that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, you know, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy, and Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, you know, that he's still very much.
So now the question belongs to the fans. Should Crawford take the risk and face Boots Ennis, or should he retire undefeated and protect his perfect record? If they meet at 154 or even 160 pounds, who comes out on top? The experienced master or the young contender ready to take the crown? Share your thoughts in the comments, make sure to like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more boxing breakdowns. We'll see you in the next one.